I'd like to talk to you guys about how it was so different shooting this movie, different than any other production, and specifically probably as an effect of Drake's directing style.
Yeah, this was a wonderful time working with Drake on this movie because his approach to how he crafts his movies is very much freeing for you as an actor. You don't have to hit certain beats or stick to a script. You're kind of allowed to explore and be honest and truthful, and that's a wonderful thing.
Like, yeah, he plays music on set, a lot of Michael Bolton, you know, really lets us feel it out. The rehearsal process is really ambiguous and sort of like fluid. It's not like a normal approach to making movies.
What exactly was the rehearsal process like?
It was kind of like if we were sitting across from each other, we'd sit there for like an hour looking into each other's eyes just saying, hello Nia, hello Silas, and you do that. But then eventually you pick up on the fact that there's lots of micro expressions and things going on behind that you pick up on, and you can kind of get to know someone a lot even though you're saying the same word over and over again. You kind of get to know them.
And where did you pick up that type of style and approach? When was it that you said, this is how I'm going to do it?
Well, I grew up in the improvisational comedy world. So for me,
Comedy world.
No, I mean, that's cute. I grew up in the improvisational comedy world. Shut up.
Fucking wow.
I grew up in the improv world, and Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, like fucking Michael Bolton song.
It's like when you're in class, right, and someone has to give a presentation, but they always talk up.
No, I mean, growing up in the improv world, it was really cool sort of learning and experimenting with different techniques and different exercises. And for this, it was really about stripping down Nia and Silas and starting them over. So they essentially had to start from scratch and then come to where they are, as opposed to the other way around, which is how you normally do movies.
I thought it was so interesting that when you're switched on, you can improvise, but when you're switched off, you cannot. So what made that decision?
I mean, it's all about restraint, essentially. I mean, you know, especially Nia's character, she's exhibiting so much restraint, and Silas is starting to understand that he doesn't even know what restraint is. You know, I mean, essentially, you know, the form had to follow the function, so the structure of how we made the film really followed the arcs of the characters.
And sometimes you would have 30-minute takes. Did that feel like 30 minutes, or would the 30 minutes go by really fast?
Usually really fast. There was this one scene on the roof of a building that was, it had no form. It was really just like the idea of spending time together in a given period.
It was a poem you wrote.
Yeah. Oh. Honestly, I don't know how many minutes were on those files, but we were finished and you were like, okay, you guys stop. And
we shot to the sunset. What? We shot like, you know, with half an hour left of sunlight, and we just shot until it ended.
Genuinely I've never done that.
Christian Bale was great in that scene.
Cut him out of the film.
Yeah, it was
wonderful, Nia.
Yeah, it's really about sort of like letting them explore the characters individually. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, the last thing you want to do when you're having characters that are finding themselves is kind of get in the way of that process. So you do a lot of scenes like that where, you know, it wasn't in the script, but it ended up in the film, and it's really beautiful because of that, because it really is honest.
What is it like for you guys when you watch the film in its completed form, in its entirety, later on, after working on it, of course?
This one in particular is strange to watch because of how we fell into it. You know, in 30-minute takes. Like, you're not going to remember everything you said. It's going to be stuff that's just off the cuff and like whims that you follow, and then you forget, and tangents that you're like, what did I say? And typically you have a memory of the scenes that you do, and so like I'm usually watching, being like, I want it to be good. I want it to be a certain way. I want to convey a certain emotion or like whatever. And I'm always like, okay, did it? Yep, nail it. Okay, good. Or not. Sometimes I'm like, no. And then you pick it up. but in this case, I was just like, whatever it is, because you just don't remember everything. It's not something that I controlled. It's not something that I like carved out. It was something that was presented to me. It was weird.
This process is all about trust, really, at the end of the day, and trusting to be able to fail and to be able to experiment and to know that at the end of the day, we'll end up where we want to go, but the process of getting there is an exploration, and it's okay.
I made it as a tribute to Tom Hiddleston and Taylor Swift.
To their relationship?
Yeah.
Made in Hollywood.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Made in Hollywood TV. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and for the next awesome video, click right here.
click in that box right there, super easy.